Mark goes to the movies. Mark goes to the movies. Mark goes to the movies. Long kicks out. Mark goes to the movies. Mark goes to the movies. Mark goes to the movies. Mark goes to the movies.
This is a goose. You listen to Mark Goes to the Movies. Huh? Maybe.
Hey guys, I am Mark from Mark Goes to the Movies, and no movies. Well, technically, we're not going to the movies today. Technically, we're going to look at some movies today. I did a YouTube video on this, but I think it'd be a good episode for a podcast to talk about it more in depth and go from there. I'm gonna talk about my movie collection and what it means to me and like why I'm so into it. This is like my I guess God, this is my legacy was going to be is my movies, which is not good for the people that sit there and say physical media is dead. It's definitely not dead at all. Started actually collecting VHS tapes because I think so I use the VHS tapes to sit behind my movies. I have the Blu-rays and 4Ks and DVDs up front and the VHS tapes. Unless you're good enough to sit in the cabinet. I have a nice little cabinet. You saw on the YouTube page, the Facebook page, YouTube, whatever. It's everywhere. Last weekend, I found this nice cabinet at a yard sale. Has a nice glass case in front of it, protects it from humidity. Really love this case. And then the Goodwill finds. Absolutely. Maybe I'll do another video just on my VHS collection because I'm looking at it now. I forget like some of the things I bought because I got them all at one time. So you just like you don't really remember getting them because they're all at one time. But yeah. So could I have a lot more money if I didn't buy so many movies? Yes, I'm aware of that. I'm aware that some of these are streaming. Some of them are not streaming. For one, the only one that brings that up. Some of these movies they don't stream. They also don't look the same. It feels like when you own a movie and really just take ownership of it. Like that's your movie. Whereas you never know, like when Netflix, Prime, Hulu, whatever is going to take the rights off of these. And it's the cases, growing up for me, money was going to Hastings and renting some movies, or Blockbuster renting some movies, or just the movie store renting some movies. And when we couldn't do that, I would go to my grandma's house and just look at her movies and just admire her for having such an amazing collection. I don't have the VHS collection she has. I have a pretty nice Blu-ray collection. I'm like, early on, I used to just buy everything just to like have and build your collection, and you go through different phases. I'm at the phase now to where I don't have the room to buy everything, anyways. So I sold a lot of stuff that I didn't care for, and now I'm just down to like I have everything I have I like for the most part, anyways. That I wouldn't get rid of. Maybe some 4Ks, not the best ones to have, but yeah, there's definitely ones I could probably cut loose, and they're going to get cut loose at some point when we're out of space. But I think it's really interesting some of the ones I have. I also don't do them alphabetically. I don't like that. I know where all the movies are. Now you might not know where my movies are, but I know where they're at. So if you're looking for a movie, I can mostly tell you where it's at. But yeah, man, it's looking at it now, I'm just so amazed. I just look at this stuff forever. Is it the reason why I'm probably alone? Maybe. Could be. Could I pay off my tax debt by selling all of them? Maybe. Yeah, probably. There's probably $6,000 of movies here. Definitely $6,000 of movies. I sold a lot of my Kino Lorber movies when I was dating Jenna because she wasn't working, and you still you if and then this is where I'm gonna push back on someone that's like, well, if you stop buying movies and invested in somebody like you did your movies and you would be alone, Mark. I don't believe that though. I'm because I did that and she still left. So I think it's all about finding the right one. I'll still continue to do these shitty dating apps and good material at least from that. I would say anyone that wants to live vicariously through me in my single life, more than welcome to keep sharing these stories. Some of them are pretty ridiculous. But let's get through some of these movies. I'm gonna visually take you through this. So I have a lot of Arrow Video movies. Arrow Video, it's they do a lot of. I don't know if it's not European because they will release some movies in Europe that aren't able to release over here because like some other film company has the rights to it. But yeah, the House collection is a good one. I have House 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one has, if you can tell by if it's a European release, they have that little red circle on it with an 18 on it. Most of the time, it's an 18. That means it's just it was rated R, yes. But yeah, this one does play in all American Blu-ray players. And House is a good movie. House 2 is a great movie. House 3 is a great movie, and I've never seen House 4. Apparently, House 4 brings the guy back from House 1. Uh, Kane Hodder's in that in House 4. No, 3. He's in 3. House 4. Yeah, William Catt, he's in that one. Look at that. But man, House 3 was pretty brutal. Then they're doing a sequel to this one. I'm excited for it. Arrow Video has a Arrow Video Store type collection where it's 5 movies. All look pretty good. The Dungeon Master, Dolls, which is a great movie. I had it on Scream Factory for the longest time, and it was actually worth a little bit of money. And once I saw that they were going to do through Arrow Video, I thought, well, I'll sell my Scream Factory version, and I'll buy the enter the Arrow Video pack, and do it that way. Cellar Dweller, I believe I have that on Scream Factory Blu-ray as well. Arena and Robot Jocks, all like uh, rental era movies. And then you have like the slipcases are really good on this one's. Uh, Pretty special. They don't have the typical barcodes on them. It shows you how special they actually are. This one's called Hell High. Looks like a really nice cover. Dang, you might have to watch this one. We might. I might actually be watching Hell High. See, that's the thing. You watch it, you don't even recognize these movies because I buy them. That's the thing I don't like about buying on Amazon. It is super easy and super cheap. However, you just don't have a connection with them when you find them out in the wild and buy it. The Mutilator, God, I love this movie. This one's pretty great. I did an episode on that, I think. It was one of the first episodes I think I did. My Stepmother's an Alien, not even opened. 16, they don't do all horror movies. This one's 16 Candles. That's the regular Blu-ray. Yeah, I separate my Blu-rays and my 4Ks. Even though they're still Arrow Video, they get separated. But then you got like Lover's Lane, never heard of that one. Girls Night Out, Deadly Game. I saw the synopsis of Deadly Games, immediately bought it and never watched it. Society is a great movie. It's for those who love The Substance and you're all over that. Society just as good. This is a steelbook too. I love the steelbook. There goes the. Oh my god! Put this somewhere. There's another one. Slugs. This is the one I didn't have. It was on sale from the guy behind Pieces. Pieces was the only Italian horror movie I actually really like. Last House on the Left. It's not something you watch all the time. Last Starfighter. A lot of these are not even never even opened. Death Screams. I remember Death Screams was really expensive when it came out, and I got it on sale. Haven't watched it yet. Elvira and Mistress of the Dark. That's the best one, I think. Yeah, that's my favorite one. Mistress of the Dark is the best one. Microwave Massacre. This is another one we'll have to do an episode on. I don't want to spoil it. Microwave Massacre is pretty good. I'll have to watch it again though before I talk about it. The Slayer. I think see the Slayer got mixed up with another movie I wanted. It might have been Death Screams, and I just got them both. Flowers in the Attic. It was like $10. Reanimator. It has a 4K release. I'm gonna have to switch that out. Return of the Killer Tomatoes. God, I love this movie so much. Dead End Drive-In, another movie. I'm looking at like what am I gonna do episodes on in the future? Because we just passed 50 episodes. We're at 50 episodes. This one's 51. We're on the march to 100. 100 episodes would be great. It's not by my birthday, that's for sure. But if we can get 100 episodes by beginning of summer, I'd be on board with that. Let's really stretch. Let's see how many episodes RSS will allow me to put out there. Blood Rage as a Thanksgiving horror movie. I love it. Zero Boys was good. Doom Asylum was good. Vamp is a movie I bought a long time ago, and the first set it's actually remember buying of myself with my first paycheck from CC's Pizza was a 6 pack of Anchor Bay movies, and Vamp was in one of them. Phantom of the Mall. Has Pauly Shore in it, and that's it for my Arrow Blu-rays. And then you have another company called Blue Underground. House by the Cemetery. I'm not familiar with that one. Uh, and then yeah, there's some the Never Sleep Again documentary. This thing is ridiculously long. 238 minutes. What is that? That's almost 4 hours. Yeah, almost 4 hours of Nightmare on Elm Street. But it goes through pretty thoroughly of all the movies. Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares is a Robert Englund documentary. And there's something called The Peacekeepers. Good old Kino Lorber. It was Kino Lorber and Hamilton Books. I got it through one of those. Never seen it. It's not even opened. And then to go along with the Never Sleep Again documentary, the guys did the Crystal Lake Memories, which this one I think is longer. 400. No, it's 400 minutes. So what is that? That's a lot. Whatever 400 minutes is in hours. That's how long this one is. It's pretty crazy. And then I have some Indicator movies. I don't know what Indicator was exactly. I think it's the European release. The movies I already have. I have Happy Birthday to Me, which I have in they have a retro cover of that, I think. I don't know if I still have it. I think I sold it. I think I did sell it. Because I don't need two movies twice. Although I want to be a hypocrite here because the two Indicator movies I have is Happy Birthday to Me and Ghost of Mars. I believe I have Ghost of Mars already on 4K through Scream Factory. Or maybe I don't. Damn, Mark, good job. Good job not buying movies twice. Just for a simple upgrade. Yeah, I'm in the clear. Yeah. Hell yeah, bud. Awesome. I will have to get it eventually at some point, though. And then Pieces. I love Pieces so much. This one is my favorite Italian horror movie. God, Grindhouse releasing is the one who released it. It's 3 DVDs, two Blu-rays, or two Blu-rays and a CD. If you haven't seen Pieces, just definitely watch it. It's good. Going to the next one, I had the Paranormal Activity collection. I have some stories in that one too. I'm a big fan. In Search of Darkness. This is a more horror documentaries. This is pretty thorough. The first one used to be on Shutter. I'm not sure if it still is. It might even be on Amazon. But I produced the third one. I helped produce it, got my name in the credits, and then I bought the other two. Now there is a '90s version. However, they have not offered the same deal as they have the '80s, and it's super expensive. I had to wait a whole 2 years because part three came out during the pandemic, so I had to wait 2 years for this fucking movie. But I enjoy it. Next is the Creep Show set. This one is a whole box set. I had them all on Blu-ray, and I bought them again on Blu-ray. But I sold my original Blu-rays for like $50, and that's how much the set was. Although now it's like $70. And then I have all the VHS movies: VHS, VHS2, VHS Viral, VHS 85, which kind of brought the VHS movies back, the 94, 99, and VHS Beyond. And I think the VHS Halloween movie will be out sometime soon. I have Scare Factor, or Scare Package, sorry, Scare Package and Scare Package 2. Those are great anthology movies. These are Shudder movies. I used to buy all the Shudder movies as soon as they came out because they were like $10, but it just adds up because they put out so many of them, and they started to not be $10 anymore. Now they're like $15. But I kept my favorite ones. Scare Package is really good. This is Gore. We just did the Gore episode. They Christmas Bloody Christmas. Haven't seen, not even open. Scare Me was good. Castle Freak as a remake I've not seen yet. I know I'm really behind. Host, which is like a pretty good movie, came out during the pandemic. Kids versus Aliens. There's a segment in one of the VHS movies that spun off into Kids versus Aliens. Haven't seen Kids versus Aliens yet, but again, it looks pretty good. Skinamarink. This is as if people will hate this movie. If some people hate this movie, some people love it. I don't know. I think it's fine. I like it, but I like weird movies. The Mortuary Collection is really good. Another anthology. Any horror anthology movies, I'm all over it. I absolutely love those things. Psycho Gorman, I like that one too. Random Acts of Violence was a good one. The ABCs of Death and ABCs of Death 2. I got both of them. Not really worth anything, but anthology movies. There's like 26 as a horror short for every letter in the alphabet. I have Hatchet 1 and 3 and 4. I don't have 2, so I need Hatchet 2. Go down even further, we're going into the Criterion Collection. Criterion Collections are like, that is the highest quality of movies. It's like someone remastering a movie and making it as best possible way. However, they only do good movies. I have True Stories. That is a David Burns movie. Not seen it. I bought it because I love Talking Heads. I think one of my favorite bands. Hope we get to see them one day. Arsenic and Old Lace. This is I probably have to get rid of this movie. Arsenic and Old Lace is an older movie. Jenna, my ex girlfriend, liked it, and I think this is what she really liked about me. Is she said, "Oh yeah, this is a good movie. You should watch it." And I immediately bought the movie when she came up here, and we watched it. And it's not really a laugh out loud movie, but it's enjoyable. Fast Time at Ridgemont High. I absolutely love this movie. I don't see. Is it a 4K or not? No, it's a Blu-ray. I don't think they got. They don't have a 4K yet. Fast Times at Ridgemont High is one of my favorite movies. The Big Chill. This is a library rental, old library rental. I heard so much about it. I don't think it's as good as it people made it out to be. My Boyfriend's Back. These are Mills Creek movies, by the way. These are super cheap. Used to be super cheap. I don't think they do super cheap movies anymore. Now they're kind of collectible. My Boyfriend's Back. Ernest Scared Stupid. This is like a $50 movie. I still don't think I'd ever get rid of it. It'd have to be in a couple $100. Just because I have my grandma's VHS tape. Hard Ticket to Hawaii. This was a $20 movie. Haven't seen it yet. I might have to watch it this week. Maybe tonight. Let's pull that one aside. Hell High and Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Maybe we'll watch those ones. Again, this is MVD stuff. MVD, they have their own movies, but they also sell movies too. Getting Even with Dad with Macaulay Culkin and Ted Danson. These are actually produced by MVD, and there's a lot of stuff. They look like old VHS rentals. That's what the cases look to be. Blast, Homewrecker, or wait, Homework. Yeah, looks like this. Looks like this young man is about to get sexually harassed by this older woman. Ghost Riders, skeletons. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. It looks cool. That's why I bought it. Ghost Riders. Yeah, I have no idea. Memories of Me. This one was super cheap, but has Billy Crystal in it. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Now they number movies. If you're starting a movie collection or a movie line, and you're like, how do we get people to buy our movies? Uh, put numbers on the side. You put numbers on the side, people will eat that shit up, and they'll have to buy it. All of them. They have a whole collection. But Return of the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is number 2. Black Eagle is a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. This one is when they first started the line, so I was trying to buy a lot of the early ones. And the stickers look really good. They look really good cases on there. This one's Went to Coney Island on a Mission from God. Be Back by 5. No idea. Has John Cryer in it though. Lionheart. God, I love that movie so much. Lionheart's so good. Angel Town. Haven't heard of that one, but it says his justice is one on one. Bright Light, Big City. This is a Michael J. Fox movie. Double Dragon, another great movie. Robert Patrick's in Double Dragon, huh? Mind Games. No idea what this one's about. The one game you should never play. Yep, never seen that one. Then there's the bad guy in a lot of these Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. What's his name? Bolo Young, Jean-Claude Van Damme's final opponent in Bloodsport, and Bruce Lee's nemesis in Enter the Dragon. There's two movies. They're Blood Fight and Ironheart. So definitely not trying to capitalize off Jean-Claude Van Damme on that one. Action USA is another shitty action movie, but I like them. Mortuary. This one's got Bill Paxton in it. The Go-Go Boys. This is the Canon Films documentary. Love Canon Films. One Dark Night. This one was kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. Dirty Laundry. Final Justice. Jack Frost 2. I have Jack Frost in what? I have Jack Frost and Vinegar Syndrome. Vinegar Syndrome, I think, is a little better than MBD. A lot better, actually. Yeah, I'd say a lot better. Monday Morning, never seen it. The premise looked pretty good, though. Desperate Hours, The Chocolate War, Ski Patrol. Again, another 80s comedy. The Last American Virgin. This one was messed up, man. This is crazy. But so great movie. L.A. Wars, not seen it, but the guy on the cover has like shotgun shells and a huge shotgun. And again, they make it look like it's an old rental. So how can you not like that? Killzone, this one wasn't very good. I'm not gonna lie. Hail Caesar, this one's got Anthony Michael Hall and Robert Downey Jr., Samuel Jackson, Judd Nelson. Goddamn. Joysticks. I just remember the cover looks great. Sabotage, Cheerleaders Wild Weekend, The Bikini Car Wash Company. These are movies I remember on USA Network. I never got a hold of. And then you got Synapse. They have great selection. Smaller movies. There is the Street Trash movie. Love Street Trash. We'll have to do one episode on that one. Popcorn, Mosquito, Hot Dog, the movie, Frankenhooker, and Intruder. Then let's see. We'll finish with the Kino Lorber movies, and then we'll save the rest for the next another episode. We'll stretch this out, guys. Maybe we'll get 3 episodes out of this. Maybe we will get 100 before April. All right, so we're gonna finish with Kino Lorber, at least the Blu-rays, anyways. Well, no, we're not. So this is weird and a little awkward. So Kino Lorber, they sell movies and they make movies. So they distribute them anyways. Kino Lorber has like the weirdest movies that probably shouldn't be on Blu-ray, but they have a small cult following, and then they produce small amounts of them, and when they're gone, they're gone. And then like 6 years go by, and people are like, "God, I really wish I could see Kazam on Blu-ray. I love that movie." And they're like, "Oh yeah, we have Kazam on Blu-ray, but you got to pay for it, and it's gonna cost you a lot of money." So that's what happens. All right, but also they, like I said, well, no, there's other ones up here. See, this is the Kino Lorber movies had to get restructured. So let's start with Code Red movies, and these are movies distributed by Kino Lorber, but it's under a different in-house brand. You got Blue Monkey. I think it's an insect movie. It's an insect horror movie. Death Ring. We talked about it. People love that movie. I love that movie. Everyone loves that movie. Don't Tell Her It's Me is a Steve Guttenberg movie. Butcher, Baker, Nightmare Maker. Dead Pit. Dead Pit, I remember seeing on Amazon Prime. It was good. The 13th Floor has got a Robert Englund in it. Let's see. The Funny Farm. National Lampoon's Movie Madness. Mercenary Fighters. And Trick or Treats. Not the Trick or Treat with Ozzy and Gene Simmons. It's not that one, it's a different one. And then you go into some Full Moon. Full Moon, another small label from they make movies. You probably heard of Netherworld, Creepazoids. They're famous for Puppet Master. Remote, never seen it. Castle Freak, the Curse movies. Yeah, this is where it gets mixed up. Surf Nazis Must Die. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Do I have? I do. I don't need this one now anymore. All right. Well, I can put this one up for sale. I have 2 copies of. I guess I already had Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Damn. All right. Well, we can put that one for sale. Let's move something else up here. Let's put the Mutilator 2. They made a sequel to the Mutilator. We'll put that one up there. This one's already mixed up, anyways. I have all the Psycho movies. I have all the Leprechaun movies. The movie called Joe's Apartment about cockroaches. It's a comedy, actually. Fandango, the Twilight Zone movie, which I think is. I'm not sure if there's like a legit release of it that's out, but it's there. See, and now we're gonna get into the Kino movies. They also have another line called Kino Cult. These are movies that are cult horror movies. I have a Squirm, and then the Dark Power. The Dark Power was really dumb. I liked it a lot. I don't know, like when I talk about dumb movies, when I make fun of it, I'm not actually hating on the movie. It's just funny. I don't know what to say. And then you get the Kino movies. These are movies, like I said, they're like no one else would ever put these out. No one's putting these out. They're like no one's gonna buy this. So they do small amounts and they kind of become rare. So you have FX and FX2. These are movies where they use special effects to catch a murderer. And the second one, they got to come back and he gets dragged back into this. But it's a special effects artist, and he helps the police catch a murderer. Then you have The Experts is John Travolta. I'm not sure what it's about. Rolling Vengeance, another episode is going to have to come soon. This guy's family pretty much gets raped and murdered. Like these guys are responsible for his family's death, and then they rape his girlfriend, and then he's been getting revenge on him by running over him with a huge monster truck. Again, the '80s, man. What were they on? Times Square, Man on the Moon, one of my favorite movies ever. I'm Dangerous Tonight, Lady in White. So Lady in White's gonna come out on Lady in White's gonna come out on Vinegar Syndrome in July. It's gonna come out in 4K. So that one's getting an upgrade. Lady in White. Uh, Watched it a long time ago when I was on Scream Factory. It was because I used to buy every Scream Factory movie that came out, and it was super rare. So I figured I'd watch it before I sell it because I already opened it up, and it feels like it's a cross between like a kids movie, and then it also has some terrifying shit in there where you're like, what is this even coming from? Like, why did you do this? I don't know. There's certain scenes in that really like it's like Pet Cemetery almost. American Ninja 2, and I think I have 3 and 4 also, but they're not together. I'll have to rearrange these. I have American Ninja and American Ninja 2, and I have American Ninja 3, I think, but it's not Kino Lorber, so it's not together. Murder Number One with a Bullet, don't know what that is. Dead of Night, I know it's a horror anthology I bought. Neon City, about cannibals. Get Crazy, no idea. Best of Times is a Robin Williams movie. Still Justice is the bad guy from Karate Kid, Martin Cove. That's his movie. Buried Alive, I used to watch that all the time with my grandma. She had that movie, and I loved Buried Alive. It was on USA Network a lot. Or I think, yeah, Buried Alive 2 was on USA Network a lot too. They do a lot of TV movies. Secret Admirer, Rawhead Rex, Big Man on Campus, Million Dollar Mystery, The Choir Boys, Up the Creek. Up the Creek was good. It was like Porky's, but not as funny as Porky's, anyways. Gorp, the last married couple in America. It Takes Two, Roommates, Holy Man with Eddie Murphy and Jeff Goldblum. Backroads, Running Scared, The Pit. I have Dead Pit and The Pit. Desperate Seeking Susan, The All Nighter, The War. The War is funny because the guy in that movie, the dad of the poor kids, looked like my biological dad. The Wildlife, that's where it all started. That's how eBay started for me too. I had 2 copies of The Wildlife. I sold one for good money because it sold out super quick. If you don't know, The Wildlife is a sequel to Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Body Slam, Highway to Hell is a good one. So stupid. It's not Rob Lowe, it's Chad Lowe. These brothers of famous actors, they get movies, and they're like, yeah, what if we had a superpower, like a super couple, like Rob Lowe? We can't get Rob Lowe. What about Chad Lowe? It's good enough. Same with what is it? Death Ring. Sorry, Death Race is pretty good too. Parasite. I remember having that in my cart for a long time. Never watched it. The Favor, The Pursuit of DB Cooper, Dickstown's worth some money. There's not a whole lot of sold listings on eBay, but it's worth some money. Frank McCluskey, CI, Transylvania 6500. I love that one. Trilogy of Terror 2, one of my favorite movies. I have Trilogy of Terror too. I have Trilogy of Terror also as well, I believe, somewhere. Let me go through the rest of them. All right, The Chicken Chronicles. Oh yeah, Trilogy of Terror. So I have Trilogy of Terror, Trilogy of Terror 2. What it is it's famous because there's 3 stories and the main characters play the same actors. Career Opportunities. That one has a 4K release, so that one will eventually be upgraded. Jetsons the movies, The Secrets of My Success, Porky's 2 and 3. I love those movies so much. Life with Mikey, Hard to Hold, Cool as Ice, National Lampoon's Class Reunion. That was John Hughes' second movie he wrote. For Love of Money, For Love or Money, Not for Publication, Some Girls, Honky Tonk Freeway, Kazam, Date with an Angel, and The Quest. And that is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 5 shelves of movies. Sorry, 5 layers of movies, I guess. But I'm gonna cut this episode short. I'll continue with the next one. Hope you're still listening. Hope you're enjoying this series. It's gonna be a series at this point. And thank you for everything, guys. Thank you for the 50 episodes. Where I'm not sure what the new numbers are for how many streams we have or downloads, but it was 500 on Wednesday. We had 500 downloads. Thank you so much. God, that was so great. Thank you to everyone who contributes, who buys the merchandise, Leon and Smitty. Thanks to Scott for always being my highest listener. The kids say they're listening. They have not mentioned the Freddy Krueger thing. I'm gonna come up with a new challenge for them though, because I have a new banner I want to give away. But thanks, guys.